Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into HA After Dark or HA in the evening. We're going to have a great segment, and it's just going to be awesome. It always is awesome with everyone here. And let's get started. I won't even touch on the whole Kavanaugh thing until a little later. It's absolutely insane. Democrats are actually hurting the Me Too movement. They've actually found a way to hurt the Me Too movement, which started from a story on a Democrat, Harvey Weinstein. Thank you, David. Thank you. Let's go ahead, and I'll get to some really interesting. Where do I have it here on my phone? I was looking. I was actually looking on the computer, and then I had to save something on my phone. But the Senate race, the congressional races, you have. I mean, I found one contest congressional race in Florida where the Cook Political Report has it as leaning Democrat, I think it was like likely Democrat. And the Republican can very well has every shot, every chance to win that. In fact, the local Florida paper, it's upstate, like northern Florida, says that the Republican's going to win. It's the hold on. Mike Mueller. FloridaPolitics.com thinks Mike Miller is going to defeat Stephanie Murphy. But forget about that. That's should be a toss-up. And that's rated by the Cook Political Report as, very likely Democrat. So I just have no idea. I have no idea why pollsters are doing this to themselves again. They're going to have another 2016 election all over again. But it will be karma for the Democratic Party, complete vindication and retribution for all of us. So let's go ahead. Trump never hired Sessions. Trump never hired Rosenstein, by the way. He never hired Rosenstein. Trump points finger at Sessions for Rosenstein controversy. So this is Fox. President Trump appeared to blame Attorney General Jeff Sessions. By the way, to my super chat, you give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Thank you. President Trump appeared to blame Attorney General Jeff Sessions for the latest controversy surrounding Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein Sunday, saying that Sessions had hired Rosenstein to be his second in command. He was hired by Jeff Sessions, Trump said in an interview with the Geraldo show. I was not, and this is today, I was not involved in the process because, they go out and get their own deputies and the people that work in the department. Trump announced on January 31st, 2017, he would nominate Rosenstein to be Deputy Attorney General. The Senate confirmed him that April. So that was Sessions. Sessions was telling him, hey, you know what? You got to go ahead and hire this guy. He's really good. He's just really wonderful. Apparently, he's not that wonderful. And apparently, he's really horrible. We have no idea why Sessions wanted Rosenstein. Then the issue with Rosenstein is that he helps fire Comey, and then he uses Comey's memos to start a Mueller probe. And this all happened all at once because you have hysterical Democrats. And they're just like, they have these hollow threats. You better not fire him. You better not fire Mueller. Or what? I mean, in my mind, Trump should have just fired Mueller last year. And you know what? If the economy still would have, it might have been difficult for in the short term. But at the end of the day, if there's no evidence, there's no evidence. He could have simply gone to every Republican senator who was like, this is not right, and said, oh, well, where's the evidence? Sorry, you have no evidence. And he couldn't really, I guess in hindsight, he couldn't fire Mueller, even though I wanted him to, and he was leaning towards it. And hopefully he'll fire Mueller after the midterms. I do expect him to act decisively after the midterms because he'll have complete political will, capital, momentum, everything on his side. Democrats fail to win midterms, it's game over. That's why I'm always talking about midterms. The future of our country, really, ladies and gentlemen, this is not hyperbole. If Democrats win in 2018, all their dirty, disgusting, horrible, dirty tricks, nasty, nasty, dirty tricks will be vindicated. Can't have that. Just can't have that. You can't go ahead and allow Democrats to say, okay, well, you know what? We controlled enough of the media. We flooded the media with enough fake news. We flooded the media with enough craziness and insanity and gossip. And it was just enough to pull out a victory. It was just enough. It was just enough. My whole thing is you need to teach the Democratic Party a lesson. They cannot win. They cannot win because if we know now today, we know that Sessions wanted Rosenstein, but I mean, it's the first time I heard Trump's like, look, I had nothing to do with Rosenstein. He nominated Rosenstein, and now he's like, look, I have nothing to do with it. He probably didn't. Rosenstein jokes around. His response was, it was a joke. It was a joke. I didn't mean to go ahead and wear a wire. I was joking. Rosenstein joked about secretly recording. The NBC News, that's a headline. So Deputy, this is a town hall. Oh, so Deputy Rosenstein was joking. Oh my goodness. Rod Rosenstein reported he joked about a Slate magazine. It was just a joke. Why is everyone so serious? We're just having a soft coup that's not working. Why is everyone so serious? I was just joking. I was just joking. Oh no, they're back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Just do something with your lives. You don't have to go on other people's channels. Do something with your lives. Go to McDonald's and eat a Big Mac or something. Enjoy life. Buy a bobblehead of your favorite world leader or historical figure. Just enjoy yourself. God, a bunch of losers. What a bunch of losers. My goodness. While we're here talking about politics, some people are devoting their lives. Let's go ahead and raid H.A. Goodman's chat. Oh my God. How much of a loser do you have to be in life? Unbelievable. Like, were you dropped like on your head as a kid? You don't have to go to other people's channels. You can spread your crazy, insane theories on blah, 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 number 75. So the interesting thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I went to YouTube and I said, hey, you know what? There are these anti-Semitic people trying to, go ahead and attack the live chat. And they said, well, here's the policy. You can go flag the person. But I didn't because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in just flagging someone. But at the same time, it's like, what kind of absolute utter loser do you have to be to spend your time going ahead and trying to ruin someone else's channel when it's like a Sunday night? Go find something to do. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Where are the wrenches? All right. So to the moderators, go ahead and moderate and just go ahead and thank you so much. But so anyway, since we have a whole bunch of losers here, you're welcome. I'll teach you something about politics and life, take you away from your interesting existence. So Rod Rosenstein, hired by Jeff Sessions. But the interesting thing is the conflicts of interest regarding Sessions and James Comey and the Steele dossier is every single part, every single aspect of the Mueller probe, every single one leads back to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton purchased the Steele dossier. The Steele dossier was used by James Comey, by John Brennan, to go ahead and start the investigation into Trump. The investigation into Trump was fostered by the Steele dossier, fostered by the Papadopoulos alleged conversation with Downer. No proof about that. No evidence about no evidence in the Steele dossier, nothing. BuzzFeed is suing the DNC because it can't corroborate the major themes of the Steele dossier because it's being sued by a Russian entrepreneur and 3 Russian bankers. So now you have Rod Rosenstein, who is now in the New York Times article saying that he wanted to secretly tape Trump. The thing here is that after the midterms, Trump is free to go ahead and act. He's free to go ahead and do exactly what he wants to do. So you have to go ahead and the reason that I talk a lot about the midterms is that once the midterms roll around, you'll have Republicans who will control the House after November 6, 2018. And we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. There's actually a really interesting congressional race in Florida that the Cook Political Report puts as Democrats winning. I don't see Democrats even winning that one. And that's not in. I went ahead and I analyzed 37 toss-ups or Democratic-leaning congressional races. And what I did was look at each one. And as you know, I could only find 22 Democratic wins. Only 22 Democratic wins. Thank you, Team McGlennon. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So 22 Democratic wins. Their names are hilarious on here. Okay. So let's go ahead really quickly. It's good because I get to educate all the losers. Losers, tonight's your education. I want you to take notes. Take notes, losers. Okay, hold on one second. Let's go ahead. The Cook Political Report has 37 toss-ups. But what they do, interestingly, is this. And this relates directly to Rosenstein because Republicans have to control the House. They will. They will. But I went ahead the other evening. I went ahead the other evening and I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 victories that Democrats desperately need. They desperately need Virginia 7. They desperately need Iowa 3. They desperately need New York 19. They desperately need New York 22. Now, I gave them those wins when I did, the little model that I had. I gave them those wins. And when I gave them those wins, they still, being as generous as possible, literally just being as generous as possible, I went ahead and only could find 22 wins. T. McLennan, I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. And I'll tell you something, T. McLennan, I think that, T. McLennan, if they get, it's very, very realistic they get 15 or 14, which would be devastating for them. No Sickle J, the inmates surrounding the asylum HA, we always see Rosenstein from the waist up, so no one knows that he's not wearing bands. No Sickle J. No Sickle J. Yeah, it takes about 3 years for a president to truly, like Obama when he came in 2009, by 2012, that was his administration. And, it takes about 2 to 3 years. So, no Sickle J, thank you so very much. I agree with you. But let's just really quickly. So, they have likely Democrat, Florida 7. Now, I have no clue. Why they put Florida 7 as. So this is Mike Murphy. He is the incumbent is Stephanie Murphy. Mike Mueller. The incumbent is Democrat Stephanie Murphy. Now, they can't lose seats. They have to win seats because they're going to be in a world of hurt if they end up losing seats. That puts them at a horrible position. It says competitive races here, likely Democrat. The Cook Political Report puts Florida 7 as Murphy. Now, they don't even put Murphy, the Florida 7, Stephanie Murphy as Democratic toss-up, which it should be. But I'm going to put this as 5, the 5th after New York 22, New York 19, Iowa 3, and Virginia 7, that those remain Republican, and I'm saying the Republican is going to defeat the incumbent. Now, again, this I didn't even actually add on. So the 37 that I looked at, this was not on 37 toss-ups that I looked at. This is I was just looking at the likely Democrats that the Cook Political Report doesn't even think is an issue. They don't think these. The Cook Political Report does not think this congressional race is an issue. And I have no clue why. I honestly have no clue why. If you look at the polls, so this is Florida 7, 7th district. If you look at the polls, you see that they're close. Let's get to the polls really quickly, and then I'll read you this article. So this is what we're looking at throughout the country. It's not, the Republicans are not really against the wall. It's the Democratic Party that is. They have zero margin for error. It's not the Republicans who have zero margin for error. It's the Democrats. They have to get 23. They can't get 22 or 21. They have to get 23. And for that to take place, the average is 22. Not even 23. They would be going above average. The last time they got more than 21 net gain seats was in 2006. But let's just hold on. Mike Miller, Stephanie Murphy, polls. So Mike Miller starts District 7 campaign in striking distance of Stephanie Murphy. So he's only 1 point down. A new poll from St. Pete Polls taken Thursday. This is August 31st. Shows Murphy with 47% of voter support and Miller with 46%, 7% undecided. But this is upstate Florida. This is Trump country. Not far from, I don't know how far this is from Tallahassee. I don't think it's that far. So the issue here is that you got to keep this seat. You have to keep this seat. Now, if Republicans take this seat, you're going to have a much, these are the types of races where you just have to look at, see what takes place. So I'm saying Miller defeats Murphy. And this is also FloridaPolitics.com thinks that also. So the thing is, like, I'm going through every single session. I'm going through these races because the thing is, like, the Democratic Party is first and goal on the one. It's not the Republican Party. It's the Democratic Party's first and goal on the one. They were first and goal on the one against Trump, and they got stuffed, just like the Bengals 49ers in like 82. SL Sully. Yes. Thank you. But the thing is, like, you are on the one, you run it. What are you going to do? Run it? Fake it to the running back, throw the tight end. You have to find some play. Dingo Southern, here's the truth about these people. They are led by a man who is controlled op, and his mission is to sow division among the right. His plan is to make people who talk about Israel influence look crazy. Thank you, Dingo Southern. Thank you. You know what? Like, if a person wants to critique Israel, totally cool. I love Israel. I support Israel, but I've critiqued Israel as well. If this is the thing, if somebody like critiques Israel, has an opinion Israel is doing something wrong, that's fine. But my whole thing is, like, on the extreme left and the extreme right, like, there's the anti-Semitics on the right, and there's like these extreme social justice warriors on the left. They never bring up the other side of the equation, whether it's Hamas or whatever. They never bring up that side of the equation. But I agree with you. Dingo Southern, thank you. I agree with you. Like, my whole thing is, I'm cool with, like, educated debate or discussion on any topic. So I do agree with you. There's some people that just, some people also might just be, just naturally stupid. That also could be. But, their whole thing is this guy's like, I won't even go into it, but, like, there's people who their goal in life is just to have a lot of people who listen to their stupid, dumb, ranting and raving. It's like, talk about politics or sports, or have some kind of educated or enlightened or interesting, not just pure hate. Like, it's been done before. You're not the first one. A person who's like, I'm going to tell you the truth about gremlins. You don't know about the gremlins. It's like, you know what? It's already been done, but I appreciate that. Rhonda, Iowa girl, lots of losers to wrench tonight. Did you put out a message to the trolls? Yes, well, Rhonda, Iowa girl, I just, what's his name? Some loser guy was feeling frisky, so he was like, let's raid AC Goodman's. live chat. And then all his like friends came here. But it's cool. It's actually hilarious, I think. It's kind of funny. The guy's actually kind of funny. I've been on his channel. Aside from the extremely annoying activity that I already notified YouTube of trying to raid channels, the guy's hilarious. But, I mean, hilarious in a sad, pathetic way. Not like funny, like haha. Like just like a sad, pathetic, you know. And the message board on this guy's channel is awesome too. It's like the most anti-Semitic. And it's like good people are getting censored. And this guy has a platform. I have no idea how. Rhonda Iwergel, thank you so very much. But I literally, YouTube told me, go ahead and flag him. And I didn't because I'm against censorship. My whole thing is just don't, like, you know what? Spew your hate and nonsense, but don't raid my channel. That's stupid. But whatever. I don't care anyway. All my supporters are still here. They're the ones who are like, you know, Taco Bell is calling, or, you know, McDonald's or Burger King, and I have to go now. I'm hungry. So they'll leave soon, very likely. Ray Chu. Mike Cross article points out they plan to destroy Trump, assuming he lost. It was meant to destroy him. Wow. Thank you, Nosicle J. Wow. That is actually pretty profound right there. I never thought of it that way. As with everything, they're going to lose. But see, Mike Miller starts campaign in striking distance of Stephanie Murphy. Democrats, Stephanie Murphy must win this. She's the incumbent Democrat. See, they have to flip Republican seats, but they can't have incumbent Democrats lose. So their margin for error is very, very thin. They're the ones who need to gain. Republicans just need to hold. Defending a position is always easier. In every area, just defending a position. Republican state, this is August 31st, Republican state rep Mike Miller is starting his campaign within striking distance of Democratic U.S. Representative Stephanie Murphy, Democrat. So a new poll from St. Pete polls taken Thursday shows Murphy with a 47% of voter support and Miller with 46%. It's game over. It's game over. You're already in Trump country, upstate Florida, northern Florida. Prediction: Mike Miller will defeat Stephanie Murphy. This is FloridaPolitics.com. Well, okay, so here's my prediction. The first poll will show well-known incumbent Congressman Murphy up, but that won't be reflected in the poll. That will be the fact. The fact that in this almost evenly divided district, Republicans will come home, and like in previous off-year's elections, they will turn out in larger numbers than Democrats. Well, why? Well, because people like Mike. Here's how I see the race breaking down. So this is a local writer, political writer, talking about this specific congressional race. Ladies and gentlemen, very, very important. Even the dummies from the anti-Semitic people that are here, pay attention. I'm going to teach you something. There's 435 races. This is going to be good for you because you know, all you do is hate on people. You're going to learn something tonight. There's 435 races in Congress, in the House of Representatives. Okay, when Democrats point to a national approval rating for Trump, they made the same mistake in 2016, okay? Now listen, anti-Semitic people who have tried to invade my live chat. I'm going to teach you something. In 2016, November 7th, 2016, 60% of Americans, according to the polls, had an unfavorable view of Trump. What happened November 8th, 2016? He won. He won the Electoral College. Favorability ratings or approval ratings of Trump don't take into account the negative qualities that he has that people like. He's belligerent. He's in your face. He's loud. People like that. Most of his tweets I find hilarious. Same with when they say his approval rating is down. His approval rating is so down. That does not take into account 435 distinct contests within Congress. The Senate, forget about the Senate, because Republicans are gonna gain seats in the Senate. So forget about the Senate. But Democrats need to win seats in California. I already explained they won't. Okay, if they don't win seats in California, they're done. You have to win seats in California. Republican turnout in the primaries for the Republican Party was like, they outvoted the Democratic challengers 2-1 in the primary. These are incumbents that have been there for years and years. So Democrats keep 14, there are 14 seats in California. It's an uphill battle, but let's say they keep 12 or even 11 of the 14. It's still an uphill. Then you have red states where this right here, second, the National Democrats supporting Murphy will almost certainly overplay their hand by trying to compare Miller to Trump. These inevitable attacks will invite more accurate comparison between Murphy and Pelosi in response. In every poll I've seen, Trump beats Pelosi. So Democrats nationalize this race at their peril. So that's important. That's important. I missed a couple super chats. I apologize. I'm going to check this out. Thank you, Mafeels. Thank you, Christopher Hitchens. I love Christopher Hitchens. The amount of trollery on your chat means you are on target. No, Mafeels, I thank you so very much, and thank you for supporting. I am an advocate of free speech, just like I'm a Second Amendment advocate. I'm a First Amendment advocate. I went to YouTube, Mafeels, and all 555 people, even crazy troll people who might still be watching. I went on YouTube and I said, look, these anti-Semitic trolls are coming on my channel. I'm Jewish. They hate me. Please do something about it. They said, well, here's the thing. Go flag the guy's YouTube channel. I'm not going to flag anyone's YouTube channel. I'm against that stuff. I was hoping that, I would be protected. My live chat would be protected, but I'm not going to go ahead and flag another channel. Even if I wasn't a free speech advocate, my whole thing is like, I don't care what kind of nonsense and insanity someone else spews, but just don't do it on your crazy channel. Don't do it on my live chat. But YouTube's like, go flag it. No, I'm for free speech. So I'm not going to flag. I'm just, whatever, deal with it. And then if they come, I'll educate them. And then, while they're trying to go ahead and insult people, they can look on November 6th. See, November 6th, thank you, Mafeels, very much. November 6th is very important, and I'm going to give you, just on November 6th, you can go ahead and look at all 37 races that I talked about, or look at 5. Virginia 7, Iowa 3, New York 19, New York 22, and Florida 7. Okay? Then, Iowa 1, if Finkenauer doesn't beat Bloom, or if Conor Lamb doesn't beat Rothfuss, you're looking at, I'm serious about this, you're looking at Democrats maybe getting 10 or 12 seats, not 17, 19, 20. Like, I'm going through each race, and I'm saying this is craziness. Dingo Southern, goal 2 of get YouTubers complain about anti-Semites in their chats. Then YouTube will put more censorship in place. Please don't buy into it and help them win. No more anti-Semitic talk, please, man. No, I'm going to say if they are anti-Semitic. Thank you, Dingo Southern. There is a difference between people who criticize, because I already went to YouTube and they just told me they just go ahead and say, well, we'll flag the channel. So I'm not going to go flag the channel because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in going ahead and trying to get another channel, just tanked. I don't believe in that stuff. But there are anti-Semitic people who hate Jewish people like me. Those people exist. That person who is like, that guy, he does not like Jewish people. If he wants to spew his crazy stuff, fine. If a person, like, for example, like everyone on the left that I used to hang with, they don't like Israel. Okay, but I can have debates with them because they're not generally. There's also people on the right who don't like Israel, who are not anti-Semitic at all. You can go ahead and, like I said, you can disagree. You can disagree with the American government, but not hate Americans. So I understand the distinction. So Dingle Southern, I totally understand the distinction. But the only censorship takes place when you have, I mean, that whole thing, it's the Democratic Party. They're trying to forget about the extreme right, whatever. But I appreciate that, Dingle Southern. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting this channel. And believe me, I don't, like I said, I never flagged anyone, even though YouTube told me just go ahead and flag the guy's channel. I didn't. I'm a free speech advocate, but at the same time, there are people who perhaps don't like me and everybody else is Jewish, which is, they can go ahead and dislike. I'm not I don't want to be like this, social justice warrior, oh my God, they're invading my, no, it's just, they should just go and hang out on their own channel. Breaking, Michael Moore just did a YouTube and basically admitted President Trump will stay in power after November, winning. Oh, Tamara Friedman, he is, I think that Moore has either watched my channel or, because he knows what's going on. He also knows how corrupt Democrats are. Tamara Friedman, he was on Bill Maher talking about how Obama was drinking a glass of water from Flint, pretending to drink the water. He didn't. Saying that the water was safe. And it's and he was like, yeah, and Flint and Michigan didn't vote for Hillary because of this. Yeah, exactly, because of this. I mean, why would you? The Flint water crisis took place under President Obama. So if you are in Michigan and you're in that area, why would you vote for Clinton? Because you already had, and then you had Donna Brazile. He mentioned Donna Brazile in the WikiLeaks emails feeding debate questions. So Tamara Friedman, I agree 100%, and he knows what's going on. Michael Moore, you know who, Tamara, do you know who helped finance his latest movie? Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein produced his latest movie. So thank you, Tamara. Rhonda, Iowa girl, it bothers those of us trying to reach smart, thoughtful comments. Good job, mods. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you. Now, my moderators are great. My moderators are awesome. They really are. I call them the quick draw moderators. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so very much. Rhonda, Iowa girl, couple Iowa races, contests that are really important. I'm not sure if you know the Iowa 1st District, but Rod Bloom and Abby Finkenauer. And Iowa 3, I say David Young beats Axney. Forgot her first name. So Iowa 3 and Iowa 1. I think Iowa 3, the Republican wins. Now, Iowa 1, not sure, Rhonda, Iowa girl, if you know the not sure if you know the congressional. Okay, so there's Iowa, Rod Bloom, and then there's David Young, both Republicans. So that'll be interesting. Like I said, you've heard me, have a hilarious time with Keith Rothfuss, but Connor Lamb needs to defeat Keith Rothfuss. Now, if on election night, if you see Connor Lamb losing to Keith Rothfuss, I can tell you it's game over for Democrats. Okay. If you see Dave Bratt defeating Abigail Spanberger, so you can just go ahead, and there are really about 7 contests right now that you can track. Now, 6 of these 7 I gave to Democrats in the worst case scenario for Republicans. The worst case scenario for Republicans. 3, yes, I don't think so. 1, I don't think so. Okay, so do you think a Finkenauer? Thank you, Phoenix Rise. Thank you. Do you think, Rhonda, Iowa girl, do you think in Iowa? Oh, okay, Iowa 3, yeah. So David Young, I predict that he wins. I think that he wins, but I actually gave Iowa 3 to Democrats in the model that I love when 538 all of a sudden the model I used. The models are always wrong. A Flores 559, thank you. Thank you, A Flores 559. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Give me back my chat, Ozzy J. Was it Trump's logic of Hillary's corruption that made you see the light? Free Assange, love from Australia. Thank you so much. Free Assange, 100%. It took me a long time to realize that I need to support Trump, because at first it was just, the Democratic Party is the far greater evil. Then it's also Trump is actually doing a very good job. Like the rebuttals are absurd. Well, we have a fast-growing economy, but the deficit. Yeah, we had tax cuts. Well, the tax cuts led to the deficit, but the tax cuts led to a faster-growing economy. We also have jobs coming back. But the tariffs. Yeah, we have jobs coming back. There are 300,000 manufacturing jobs. And then they nitpick like, oh, but this, but that. Well, yeah. Oh, same with Obama. Obama had also $1 trillion deficits. They didn't care. Well, that was Bush's fault. Oh, it was Bush's fault. The beginning of Obama's administration and the beginning of Trump's, it's Obama's credit. It's like, to give credit to Obama. It's like, but the thing is, give me back my chat, ICJ. I think that when they cheated Bernie Sanders, that was a nasty, sad, unfortunate experience for millions of Americans. And I don't think it will be, I don't think it's been addressed. Give me back my chat, Ozzy J. Thank you again, Tamara Friedman. Thank you, Rhonda, IO girl. Give me back my chat, Ozzy J. I don't think that it's been addressed. I think the repercussions of that among millions and millions of people. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, everyone, thank you. Elizabeth Luker, thank you. Like, my moderators are amazing. I see what you're doing. But I don't think the repercussions of Bernie Sanders being cheated have been explained or addressed. I don't, Wingless Angel, I didn't get your I didn't get your message. Wingless Angel, we love you. Thank you. We love you, Wingless Angel. So, I mean, that's just an example. Like, so it's going to be like, the Final Four, or like, the Sweet 16 on steroids, because you're going to go ahead and you're going to get, like, all you have to do on November 6th is look at these districts, and you can write these down right now if you want. Virginia 7, Iowa 3, New York 19, New York 22, Florida 7, Iowa 1, Pennsylvania 17. Now, Democrats need to pretty much run the table. They need to run the table. Because Iowa 1, I gave to Democrats. I gave all of these to Democrats. Iowa 3, I gave to Democrats. New York, Faso, and Tenney, I gave to Democrats. So, like, they need to run the table. They need to go, like, if they go, look, I give you 7 here. If they go 3 and 4 or 4 and 3, that's still not good. That's still not good. Like, you're talking about a blue wave, that it needs to be a wave election. They need to go 7 and 2. Or no, sorry, 5 and 2. They need 23 seats. So if Republicans just keep 5 of the 7 that I mentioned, Virginia 7, Iowa 3, New York 19, New York 22, Florida 7, Iowa 1, and Pennsylvania 17. Now, Pennsylvania 17 is also, there are a couple races here, like Pennsylvania 17. Conor Lamb is the best that Democrats have to offer. Like, he is the best that Democrats have to offer. I don't usually say good things about Democrats. Conor Lamb is an excellent, excellent, excellent candidate. I don't want him to win because I don't want Pelosi to just destroy the country and Clinton and the Democratic Party. But Conor Lamb is an excellent candidate. he's a veteran, I believe. He's charismatic, good looking. He's like old school hardcore Democrat. He's not goofy. He's not lame. He's not like Nancy Pelosi. With this Medicare for all thing, it didn't work out. I don't think we'll bring it up anymore. Nancy Pelosi is the Katharine Hepburn of politics. But he's a very, very good candidate. Now, Rothfuss is like a ruthless, I call him Ruthless Rothfuss. He's a ruthless old school Republican. I showed you his ad. Carter Lamb wants to protect mice. Now, I'm not expecting Rothfuss to win. You see what I'm saying? All 500, close to 600 people. I'm not expecting Rothfuss to. I've already in my original model here projection, the H.A. Goodman projection, I gave Democrats 22 out of 37 wins. That's close to 60%. 22 out of 37. That's for an entrenched Republican Party that Trump has extremely high approval ratings. You have a great economy. And so 22 out of 37 toss-ups is pretty good. Considering of like all the lean Democrats, all the likely Democrats, all the lean Republicans, all the likely Republicans keep, and this 37 toss-ups from the Cook Political Report, you get 22, and like the other ones, like the contest that I gave to Republicans, like I said, the primary Republican primaries saw tens of like 10, 20, 30, 40, sometimes 40,000 people show up to vote for the Republican incumbent as opposed to the Democratic challenger. So I don't care what the polls say. And anyway, those polls are like, but with 3 or 4 or 1 or 2, it's like you're going to have people turn up for Republicans that can get 60,000 or 10 or 20 or 40 to 30,000 more than their challenger, or even 10,000 more than their challenger, especially if they're an incumbent. They also have the cash advantage. That's another thing. Republicans can spend over 2 to 1. Rhonda, Iowa girl. Iowa 1 is the University of Iowa in Des Moines. Trump lost that. Iowa 3 is solid red. Yeah. Iowa, you're 100% right. So that's why I didn't put, you're 100% right. That's why I put Bloom and Iowa 1 as a very long, like a long shot here. So Iowa 3, you're 100% right. David Young, I think, easily wins. They rank that as toss-up. So, but see, I put Iowa 1 and Rod Bloom. Rod Bloom just seems to. I read an article that in the college towns, the midterms, you're going to see just older people vote, not so much the young people. And generally, the midterm voters, they're over 50 years old. Trump did very well with that demographic. So, also a lot of the craziness you see with SCOTUS now and Kavanaugh, like women over 50 years old are not going to have the New York Times viewpoint of a lot of things. So it's just going to, Rhonda Iowa girl, I agree with you. 1 is actually a toss-up. 3 is not a toss-up in my view. It's a solid red. Good night, Tamara Friedman. Have a great week. To my moderators, thank you so much. You did such a great job this evening. This is great. This is like the only live chat that like sticks together and defends, me, the Jewish guy, from people who don't like me. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's and all the Trump supporters on here and the progressives who are on here also defended me. Thank you. But I mean, there's a lot here. Like, so I just gave you. Thank you, Luke St. Martin. Thank you so very much, Luke St. Martin. Thank you. And Eric H526 and everybody. So to recap, Rod Rosenstein, he didn't get hired by Trump. Trump basically told Sessions, hire who you want. Try not to hire the most, I don't know, duplicitous, disingenuous people, okay? And Sessions like, you don't worry, I'll go ahead. I'll hire the best available. Rod Rosenstein, here's a wire. Go ahead and secretly tape Trump. No, basically, here, basically, thank you, Phoenix Rise. Thank you. Rosenstein was hired by Sessions. Rosenstein was then involved in firing Comey and then also starting the Mueller probe. Two opposite events. So the conflicts of interest. Then he goes ahead and he signs off on a FISA warrant based on a Steele dossier that's complete and utter gossip and nonsense. I do believe that after midterms, after Democrats win the House, Republicans, oh, God forbid, in Hebrew you say, chas v'shalom. Republicans win the House and Senate. Trump is free to do what he wants. Even Clinton is like, there'll be wholesale firing. Okay. What's it to you, Clinton? Just go ahead and enjoy the Asti Spumante and the in the woods. Okay, so this is Arizona 1. I want to see this. Rogers versus Allerhan. Okay, so Wendy Rogers versus Thomas. So this is Arizona. I just want to see because, you know what? Rogers holds thin lead over Smith. So how is this? No, hold on a second. Allerhan, hold on a second. August 29th. How Wendy Rogers has early lead in GOP. Oh, no, sorry. This is the primary. Okay, wait. Undecideds make up largest chunk of voters in Arizona District 1. So I just want to see Arizona District 1. Here is a Democratic incumbent. And you have undecided voters making up a large chunk of a red state. Now, Tom O'Halloran. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So he's supported by Kathy Griffin and Arizona Congressional incumbent O'Halloran rebuffs comic support. That is so funny. So this actually hurts him. On Kathy Griffin's recent endorsement, Tom O'Halloran says he didn't want or need her endorsement. Says the picture holding a severed head of President Trump was repugnant. Well, of course. And then Kathy Griffin, wow, Trump suck up. Wendy Rogers, he's using my image in an ad against Democratic Congressman Tom O'Halloran. So, I mean, they can't win. That is so funny. This is so great. So glad to have triggered Kathy Griffin, who has a major case of TD. Trump derangement. You have to see this. You have to see this. Oh my God. Nothing's working for them. They are completely imploding. They're completely imploding. Every single thing they try to do. Rhonda, Iowa girl, Molly Tibbetts from Iowa 3, but was from but went to school in Iowa 1. A lot of walkaways after that because she was illegal. Oh my God. Because he was illegal. Oh, okay. Molly Tibbetts. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. So she went to school in Iowa 1. Oh, she went to school in Iowa 1. Okay. Wow. Oh, that's right. Okay. So then Iowa 1. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's right. So that's going to affect that race. Democrats are done. Democrats are just done. And it's like, you look at each individual, it's like, no, I don't. Dingle Southern, I don't. I'm not equating, Dingle Southern, I'm not equating any rational person to irrational people. So I appreciate your support. I'm all for discussion and like rational debate, and there are people who have absolute different viewpoints than I do, but I respect them because, no, I'm talking about extreme people. So, but I do appreciate Dingo Southern. I do appreciate your pro. Yeah, no, well, I respectfully disagree with you, but I mean, I know both sides of the issue. Let's put it this way: I've met beautiful people who really don't like Israel, but they can explain their vantage point from a rational viewpoint. So they're in any way anti-Semitic, but there's certain people who just, hate Jewish people and by extension don't like Israel. That doesn't mean you can disagree and critique Israel, but not be anti-Semitic. That's, of course, you can disagree or dislike the United States government, not hate Americans. So Rhonda, Iowa girl, that's a great point. I didn't know that. So Frank 522, what if Dems smear Republican candidates like they're doing with Kavanaugh? It can't do 530. They've already tried in many cases, and it hasn't worked. But we're talking about 530 races. 535. Sorry, 5. Could Dems use this taxes? No. Frank 522, there's no way. There's no way. Too many races. Nostical J, after Michael Avenatti's new client testifies against Kavanaugh, she's going to come up with her own perfume cologne and appear on Vogue after a tell-all book. Nostical J! Nostical J! Thank you, Nostical J. Thank you. I appreciate. That's awesome. So I mean, this is hilarious. So you have, and this is a red state. So Wendy Rogers, here you have, Arizona 1. I'm interested to see Arizona 1. Okay, this is not part of AZ1. Wendy Rogers might defeat. So, this is hilarious. So glad to have triggered. This is just so funny. This is just so funny. So glad to have triggered Kathy Griffin, who's a major case of Trump derangement syndrome. Team Wendy. That is so hilarious. Oh, so wait, was she in the Air Force? I think she was in the Air Force. And Ronald McDaniel, RNC chairman, exactly. 2/3 of House Democrats support a government takeover of healthcare that would eliminate private insurance plans. That's another thing. It's like there are people who like their private insurance. Oh, what about people who don't have healthcare? Yeah, the out-of-pocket cost for Medicare is $7,600 on average. Like there's no just rational rebuttal. It's always like, you're not moral. I'm moral. It's like, devastate the Medicare system seniors depend on. They're like, that's so the rebuttal from progressives, a lot of progressives, like, stupid. It's already socialist. Don't you see? It's like, no, yes, it's a government program. That doesn't mean the whole government has to abide by universal health care, which if it was feasible, that's a different story. I have an uncle in France who got open heart surgery for like $150. This was like 10, 15 years ago. So thank you, Sean, for the info on the latest. And Kamala Harris, the FBI must investigate these claims for Kavanaugh. Well, are they going to investigate Ellison? Well, let's see. Let's investigate Democrats also. There's enough Democrats to go, for the FBI to investigate, which, by the way, there's evidence. There's evidence with Karen Monahan actually had medical records. This is Keith Ellison's ex-girlfriend. So who knows if Ellison's guilty or not guilty, or innocent of the claims, or who knows what happened. I'm not saying that Ellison's accuser is wrong. I'm not saying Dr. Ford is wrong. I'm saying treat them both the same. And Democrats don't. They don't care. They don't care. So it's interesting. I mean, you have Arizona 1. I just got to see this. Arizona 1. Wendy Rogers, Arizona. I can't get polls on this. Just can't get polls on this. So Wendy Rogers, Arizona polls. Okay. So she has on her 2 polls show pro-Trump candidate leading U.S. congressional primary. Okay, in Arizona, but I don't see the Tom O'Halloran. Let's see, District 1 race. I can't find Tom O'Halloran. Why are there no polls here? Not that I care about the polls. I just want to see, just have something else to look at. But see, they've lost already 8 out of 10. So my whole thing is, if you've lost 8 out of 10, how on earth are you then going to go ahead and run the table November 6th? And what they're doing, I'm telling you, is going to backfire with the whole Kavanaugh thing. Okay, so I say, is this the year for Wendy Rogers? After nearly a decade of running for office, Wendy Rogers' long quest for elective office has her running for yet another GOP nomination. Okay, she won the nomination. So she's running as a Trump. She has a picture of Trump. So it's just like impossible to go ahead. I will find. Hold on one second. All right. So. And this is, by the way, this is likely Democrat. So this is Democrats, like an incumbent Democrat has to win this. Let's go ahead and hold on. Arizona newspaper. Okay, so AZ Central. Let's go ahead. Wendy Rogers. Just give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out. Can Wendy Rogers scare voters to win? Okay. Okay. Can Wendy Rogers scare enough voters to win her support in left-leaning Congressional 1? Okay, so it is left-leaning. That's why. That's okay. So the Cook Political Report was right. This is one when they're right, or they're correct. Somebody borrow Joseph Arpaio's Border Wars playbook, but don't blame Pima County's. You just upon and scare the voter. Okay, so this is okay. Kind of a hit piece, but even Tom O'Halloran was like, what's her name? Don't go ahead and help me out. To Kathy Griffin, because that's what happens in red states. I'm just trying to find one poll. Oh, forget it. So I won't even, he'll probably, the incumbent will probably win that, but that's not even part of my model. Just look at, you can just look at, hold on one second. New Jersey 2. Let's look at New Jersey 2. New Jersey congressional primary. New Jersey 2. And this is I didn't even look at these for the 37 toss-ups. This is not a toss-up. This is, okay, so. Grossman versus Van Drew, New Jersey 2. Grossman versus Van Drew poll. Jeez. Oh, he'll probably win that. Van True up 23. So, I mean, if it's close. All right, so New Jersey. So that's, going to be fine for New Jersey second. Let's just see Minnesota. Minnesota congressional primary. Okay. Congressional 2018. The reason I'm doing this is just, because these, like, the ones that I'm reading now are not part of the 22 that I said the best case scenario. They're not part of the 37. So if I can find, as I just found a couple in the past half hour, took me a while, that like Democrats, like they could lose that. So, I mean, like they have to really, really, Minnesota 7, Peterson. Let's just go and we'll just do that and then head out. So Dave Hughes got a whole bunch of people. Let's look at Colin Peterson. Peterson Hughes polls, Minnesota. Okay, so Peterson Hughes polls, Minnesota. So, okay, so Minnesota has the most toss-up House races. Congress district. Minnesota 7. Oh my God. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Peterson. I apologize. This will be like just a couple more minutes and we'll end the torture for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can't find too much info. I will, though. Give me your thoughts below. Like I said, just go. I mean, you can go ahead. Democrats have to run the table here. And a lot of these, I actually gave all of these Democratic wins. So for the 22 of 37, and some of them are just supposed to be, they're not even toss-ups. They're rated as, Democrats are going to win. But, Florida 7, Mike Mueller could defeat Stephanie Murphy. That would be horrible for Democrats overall. Wendy Rogers could defeat Tom O'Halloran in Arizona. And like I said, Virginia 7, Iowa 3, New York 19, New York 22, Florida 7, Iowa 1, Pennsylvania 17, Arizona. Hold on, that's Arizona. Which Arizona what? Arizona 1. I mean, Democrats have to win. They have to win those. And they have to run the table on those. Give me your thoughts below, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, I have an upload that I want everyone to share right now. It's right before this segment. And it's this one right here. Trump never hired Rosenstein. It's basically a 9-minute version of this where I don't, go wandering off into, a whole bunch of stuff. But hold on, where are you guys? Please go ahead and share that segment. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Thank you so very much. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to have a great day tomorrow. Thank you so very, very much. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow. Thank you to my super chat. Thank you.